Hi everyone, and welcome to this AutoWAL Speedrunning Ultimate Feldsparring guide. So this is the most advanced strat for the red node. It can be a little difficult to do and to practice, so my goal here is to show you how to perform the trick and also how to practice it efficiently. So let's get right into it. So here is the whole strat with the corresponding inputs in the top right corner. If you look at other top runs, you may notice that the Feldspar strat is performed differently. I find my way of doing it both the easiest and most consistent, especially to learn, but feel free to add your own touch once you get consistent at it. The strat relies heavily on speed, so don't forget to always boost forward with your ship. Now once you enter the red node, you want to rotate 180 degrees while aiming at this little hole. Then once you're done rotating, you can start boosting diagonally while still aiming around this general area. Once you'll have done the trick multiple times, you'll know where to aim just because of muscle memory, but it's around the top of the anglerfish that's coming at you. Now, if you aim too low, the fish will eat you. And if you aim too high, you will bonk on the ceiling, and then the fish will also eat you. If you did it correctly, the first two fish won't get you and you'll reach this point. So once you're here, you want to start looking down at the white light between the fish, while still boosting diagonally up and forward. A good visual cue for when to start looking down is that the third fish will start to aggro you. Now keep boosting diagonally until you almost pass the third fish. It can be a little scary, but don't worry, he won't hurt you. You can also move a bit to the left to make sure you don't bonk into the fish, otherwise this could happen. Now once you almost pass the third fish, you want to start looking up until you see that vine. Then start boosting diagonally forward and down. If you made it this far, congrats! You successfully got past the first three fish. Now the only thing that's left is to find the vessel node. Luckily, if you did everything before correctly, it's really easy to find. What you have to do is aim in between the two vertical vines and then go through that U-shaped vine. The vessel node will be right behind it. As you can see, I am boosting diagonally while moving my camera. That's just to save a little bit of time, but you don't necessarily have to do it. I also rotate before I reach the U-shaped vine. Now the reason I do this is it sets me up nicely for the ejection strat right after. And yeah, that is also optional. I recommend learning the strat like this at first, since it allows you to see where you're going and to adjust your flights nicely, but the fastest way to do the part is to keep boosting up and forward while lowering your camera a bit, and to use the cockpit preview to see where you are going. Here's a clip from DreamPlus PB to demonstrate this. Before I talk about how to practice it, I want to show you how to get mods, especially Speedtools for AutoWALs. So all you have to do is to download the AutoWALs mod manager, then open it and download Speedtools or any other hacks you want to help you. And hit the run game button. You'll then see the Speedtools text pop up once the game is starting. However, runs on modded games are not allowed on the leaderboard, so before you start runs, you need to go to Steam and then check that little gear, go to Properties, go to Installed Files and check this Verify Integrity of Files option. And once the loading is done, you can start the game from Steam and you will see that the Speedtools text doesn't appear when you start the game, so that means it's all good. So that was the whole strat. Now, in order to train it, it's a bit complicated because while yes, there is a shortcut on Speedtools that puts you right in front of the red node with the correct orientation, it's bugged in 1.1.15. As you can see, only one fish spawns, so that's not going to cut it. So what you can do on 1.1.15 is use the practice Bramble entry shortcut that should be \3. Now the problem is that it takes a bit of time because it needs to accelerate the loop until the planets are aligned correctly, and then you also have to do the whole ATP to dark Bramble flight. So yeah, it takes a bit of time, plus you can only do it once because the shortcut only works once in the loop. But it is actually pretty good to do once you are done practicing the section and you feel comfortable doing the strat from the Bramble save state, because it teaches you to chain it with the flight before. However, the best way to practice it requires you to downpatch your game to 1.1.13. If you don't know how to do that, here's how to do it. If you need some help, you can ask about it in the otherwise speedrunning Discord. I put the link in the description. But once you're on 1.1.13, ignore Speedtools telling you that it won't function properly, it has no real issues, and what you want to do is use the practice Bramble navigation shortcut that will spawn you right in front of the red node. And you might want to do it twice, since you may suffocate if you do it only once too quickly after waking up. And you will also have to enter the red node and redo the shortcut a third time once you've entered it, because otherwise the fish won't be aligned properly. However, if you do the shortcut again, then the fish will be aligned every single time until you either enter the vessel node or reset the loop. Then you can train it over and over and over again before you feel ready to chain it. You can even hit the shortcut before you are about to die, and that will save you. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments, and don't hesitate to join the otherwise speedrunning Discord. If you have any questions, there are plenty of people that are willful to help. And don't hesitate to watch the other guides by The Strange Spy or Onward 77 if you are French to learn the full run. Thank you for watching.